The last Saturday, on the same day that West Ham smashed Chelsea at Upton Park, Saunders says hit 10,000 subscribers. Amazing, so thank you for that. What better way to celebrate than with a Q&A? I haven't done one in a while, and you guys have been sending in some lovely questions on Snapchat, Twitter and Instagram. So here it is, a 10,000 subscriber special Q&A. Alright, so first question up is from Harrison Kelly 02. He says, lifetime goal on YouTube. To be honest, mate, I haven't really thought about it. I mean, 10,000 subscribers is more than I could have ever imagined, so let's just keep running with that, keep making some cool videos and see what happens. That's my goal, see what happens and go as far as I can. Ryan Sykes 29 said, who is your celebrity crush? Big fan of Beyonce, big fan of Zooey Deschanel, big fan of Kylie Kloss, big fan of Taylor Swift. There's a long list, mate, I'll be honest with you, it's long. Patrick said, what's your best childhood memory? That is a good question, and I'll answer it with this answer. When we were younger, Spencer, Seb, my dad and I all went to the German World Cup. We saw England play Portugal in a little town called Gelsenkirchen. I say a little town, it was pretty big, the stadium was huge. We got knocked out of the World Cup, so that was pretty rubbish, but the atmosphere was incredible, and that is a childhood experience that not a lot of people get to do, so I'm going to go with that. When you was younger, what was your life goal? I didn't really have a set life goal when I was younger. I was just sort of trying lots of different things and seeing what I liked. A long time I wanted to be in a band, I wanted to be a musician, I was in bands and stuff, and I thought how awesome it'd be to be like a rock star. So that was a sort of like daydreaming ambition and a goal when I was a kid. But then I wanted to be in the army, I wanted to be a helicopter engineer for a good few years, but then I sort of grew out of that. And then I started the video stuff, and the video stuff really was when I was in that frame of mind where I was thinking, you know, what do I want to get out of life? Where do I want to be in like 10 years? What do I want to be doing when I'm like 30, 40, 50? And that's the one that stuck. So I didn't really have that thought when I was younger, but now I know that it's this. George Crease says, what's your favourite film? My favourite film is called La Vita Bella, which is Italian for Life is Beautiful. It's a pretty dark topic, what the film's about. I won't spoil it in case you're going to watch it, but it's beautifully made. It's a very sweet story, and it's all about sort of human character overcoming something a lot worse. So yeah, check it out, La Vita Bella. Here it is, the classic. What is the meaning of life? I don't know, mate. I don't think anyone knows. I think the meaning of life is different for every single person that the question can be related to. For me, it's just to do what I want to be doing, what makes me happy, and do it for as long as I can. This next one, I like this sort of questions. It's from j.e.y._, and it says, would you rather be in the same room as an elephant-sized cobra or a herd of cobra-sized elephants? Now I like that when you sort of mix it up a bit, but the answer is simple. Why would you choose to be in a room with a massive bloody snake when you can be in a room with loads of little elephants? Easy. Will we see some more Scratch of the World? Yes, you bloody well will. Hopefully another one this week, if not next week, because I'm very keen to do that series. I wasn't really sure if it was going down well when I first put it out, but now it's sort of been up there longer. It seems like it's getting a better reaction. You guys are sort of like liking it a bit more, so yeah, I've got loads more stuff to film for that. So yeah, Scratch of the World will continue. Do people see you in the street and come up to you and say hello? Funnily enough, all the time it happens to me, especially on the tube. People come up to me and they're asking me for change, directions, you know, which line they have to get to where they... Wait, no, that's what you don't mean that, do you? We're going to mix it up now, as it is a 10,000 subscriber special with some Snapchat questions.
My question for you is, out of you, Sebastian and Spencer, who's your mum and dad's favourite child?
Ooh, juicy question. I'll tell you what, let's call my dad and find out. Well, I guess that answers that question.
Hi Saunders, so just wondering, what has been your most memorable or fun moment about the countries you've been to?
I'm going to answer this one with a shameless plug to my other series called Scratch Off the World. I've done one episode so far and there's another one coming up soon, but all of my favourite travel moments are all in those videos.
Hey Saunders, do you have any ways to deal with hate or something that you'd get at school?
That's a really good question, and I can guarantee you that there isn't anyone in the world that at some point, be it in school or at work, hasn't been picked on. There isn't one way that I or anybody else in the world could tell you that will just fix it, because it's different for every person, because every person experiences it in different ways and reacts to it in different ways. One thing I will suggest is that when someone picks on someone else, it's usually because there's something missing in their own life, and that sort of shows facing jealousy or them picking on someone else because they can do something and they wouldn't do. It's basically like in their life there's a bit of a hole, and the way that they fill that hole is by picking on someone else because that other person doesn't have the same hole as them. The most important thing is to be confident with who you are and what you enjoy and where you want to go, because no matter what negativity someone else can throw or spin on that, they can't change that. That's your goals, that's your sort of mission in life. So when you're doing all those great things that you've got planned and all those goals that you want to achieve, you can turn back and go, oh yeah, cheers for that, mate. All you did was spur me on. See you later. That seems like a perfect question to end this 10,000 subscriber special Q&A. Thanks for your questions on Snapchat, Instagram and Twitter. All amazing. Keep them coming for the next Q&A. Just keep a constant flow of questions all the time using that hashtag #AskSaunders, and then I'll use that on the next times. So that's the end of the video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, tell your mates, and remember, Saunders says subscribe.